Alright, what's up sticklers and dick ticklers, welcome back to the Sammy Whammy YouTube channel. Now I'm gonna cut this shit and keep it up front like a white man on a bus in Birmingham, Alabama, and say that this video is a very personal one. Now I know the most popular stuff on my channel is just a bunch of goofy rants and story times that I do, but every now and then there's gonna be something on my mind, something that's bothering me, something I feel like could be good for talking about in a YouTube video. It's kind of like self-therapy if you can open up to random people on the internet about it. So if you're one of the like 5 people who wants to stick around and listen to me cope and vent, I sincerely thank you for hearing me out. And finally, before the video gets any more boring, I just want to sincerely apologize for not uploading for a fucking week. Life's been super busy lately, and through all the shit I've been doing, the last thing I thought about was making a fucking video on the internet. And just like that Halloween video that I uploaded recently, it's just a lame video that I'm just sitting down to make. For like the 2 people who want to check it out, they can. But I definitely don't foresee this getting 200 views like the Halloween video did. Like, I think this is going to break the streak of videos that I've been hitting more than 100 views that I've done. The last 3 videos have been doing super well. This video's probably doing shit, but I don't care. Like, subscribe, do whatever, and again, thanks for hearing me out if you're actually gonna watch the video. Alright, here goes. Lately, I feel like I've been driving myself insane. Like, I feel like I've just been pushing myself way too hard to do everything. And it's taken a toll on my confidence. Not in the, like, social circle kind of confidence, but my confidence in what I think I can do and cannot do. And because of this, it's been becoming very discouraging for me to put myself in any, like, creative position. Or even, like, a very intelligence-based decision like me in uni right now. It's also been putting me in a very pessimistic place mentally and emotionally. Not a depression per se, but more of a very heavy feeling that you have. And because of this heavy feeling, I like to think of achievements as like a staircase, and with this heavy feeling it weighs you down from going any higher up on the staircase, if that makes any sense. But yeah, basically I've just been driving myself absolutely insane. First of all, academics has been taking a big toll on me mentally. I've gone absolutely crazy studying and doing all that shit. I know it sounds absolutely lame, but it's such a strange nagging feeling that you get that just tries its absolute best to prevent you from real experience. First of all, I feel like I've been really exhausted around my friends, and I've been driving myself crazy about the impression that I've been leaving on them lately. I feel guilty for constantly saying no when they say like they want to hang out or play video games and stuff like that. But at the same time, I just kind of want them to fuck off out of my face most of the time. And I feel like because of some of that guilt, it kind of creates this big cloudy feeling inside my brain that kind of prevents me from studying and progressing myself on an academic level. Realistically, I find a lot of people who seem to be in these sort of situations but try to be ignorant about it, or at least look in a very bright side of way, when in reality they're just letting it persist until it kind of grows out of them, if that makes sense. But I feel like personally I've been dealing with this for a long time. Now I don't know how many of you people have seen the I was a stupid kid video. It did okay view wise, but I just don't think a lot of people watched it. But I talked about briefly for one thing that genuinely kind of drives me crazy, and that's the fact that I'm so scared of getting stuff wrong that I'll go to insane lengths to try to make myself as correct as possible. I know it's some of the most pretentious shit ever, but yeah. And I believe this state of mind has pushed itself forward into my brain, and it's become a bigger part of my life every single day. Realistically, I'm such a careful person. It has its upsides and it has its downsides, but realistically, I don't think I'd change it. But if there was one thing I would change, it's the way I respond to this self-doubt and all these issues that are bothering me. Because the way I deal with this stuff is very immature and very, like, stereotypically OCD type stuff. Using the example I gave earlier, if I get one fact wrong, I'll never get another fact wrong again, if that makes any sense. But seriously, that really puts a big toll on the way I think, and I feel like I can't ever go back to the way it was before I started being that way. What am I supposed to do? Fake that I don't care too much about the facts and then just become some lazy asshole who just only learns the basic shit? Because that'll make me feel very guilty. Some people have referred to this as a bit of a good habit. Personally, I disagree. I know it becomes a very strong weapon when doing academics or trying to build yourself as a person, but I can't build as a person when I just drive myself crazy like this all the time. And not trying to sound sad or anything, but what good is it to live a life filled with self-doubt? The visceral self-doubt that you feel like you can never get rid of once it starts growing. It's the invasive species of the brain. Just like an invasive species in real life, like plant or animals, when they're introduced to a new area, they weren't supposed to be there, they weren't there in the beginning, but once they are there, they kind of become a parasite. start kind of ruling over everything else and becoming a very big liability in the ecosystems. I like to think of doubt as an invasive species for this reason. The brain isn't supposed to be doubted. When I was a baby, I never had any doubt of anything. But this doubt came from the outside world and the fears I put on myself from the stuff I exposed myself to. And because of this, the doubt grows and grows and it completely takes over my brain. And I can't stop it. Or at least the only way to prevent it from growing is to completely abolish it as a whole. And I'm not saying that's impossible, but it is very difficult, and you have to put yourself through a lot of rigorous measures to do it. And I feel like that's the part I can't figure out. How do I do that? What are those vigorous measures that I have to take? Because I can't figure them out. It's such a hard thing to do. And it's so hard to describe what it's like to you like this, because first of all, I have no idea who you are, and second, this feeling of doubt comes in many different waves, and I know doubt's kind of a general gray umbrella type word, because it does come in many different forms and many different values and quantities and about many different aspects of my life and about my talents and not talents. I know it's really lame, but seriously, that's kind of the way I think. My mind's like that ecosystem, and the doubt is that invasive species that will never go away unless I take some serious measures. I feel like every other human on the planet's some sort of mosquito, a parasite that really bothers you as the main person. I feel like I'm the main character and everyone else this is gonna sound lame. I feel like everyone else is an NPC. Not in a mojo, I'm the main character type of way. Like, I'm so powerful and so cool and I'm much better than everyone else, but I feel like they're NPCs in the way that they just feel so indifferent about you as a genuine person. Like, they'll meet with you with like the most generic phrases. They'll speak to you so boring and like you're not even a real person. They'll speak to you so robotically usually. You go up to anyone in real life and they'll just talk to you for a second. I feel like that genuine interaction's not there, and it really takes a toll on you as a person. You can't think anymore like that. What's the point of putting yourself in these situations anyway? If you know 100% that the people aren't going to know who you are and they're going to treat you like every other person that they've ever interacted with. Some call it etiquette, but I like to think of it as a gray papier-mâché, very boring set of rules that every person must follow. Not saying I favor impoliteness, what I'm saying is that I feel like etiquette's such a robotic, generic thing, and I can't talk to people that way. Because of this, it's been making me feel much more insecure about myself as a person and the way I present myself, because I don't know if I'm being real or not, if I know people are just gonna look at me the same way anyway, or at least they'll present to me in a visual way that I can actually see, because I don't know what's going on in their brain. For all I know, that person might have a vehement hate towards me. People put on these masks, and I feel like that bothers me. It bothers me a lot as a person. And this is another big aspect in trying to be the best, trying to impress people. And then I feel like lately more than ever is that I'm trying to make people proud of me. I'm not trying to make myself proud of myself. I want to present myself in a way that'll make people want to know me as a person and greet me with very favorable sense. Because if that's not the case, what's the purpose of all my hard work that's worked me up to this point? Because realistically, everyone looks at your hard work. The reason we all work hard is because we're looking for someone else to look at all of our work and all the stuff we accomplish. And it's them who decide if we live or not. It's them who decide if we get hired or get the raise or get the scholarship or the money. Because honestly, what's the point of it if not for that? To live as humans, we have to be in a mindset of trying to impress others. And I'm in a severe case of that. And that's exactly what I do. And every opportunity where I can show off my talent and intelligence, I do. Because if I don't do that, I'm going to be left in the dust. I'm going to be forgotten. I'm going to be a last pick. And no one's going to want to do that because you're just going to be left on the fucking sidelines of life. And I feel like that's the philosophy that I've been following the most. And honestly, it's less of a philosophy and more of a subconscious torture. But yeah, that's basically what this subconscious torture is like. It's the fear and the doubt. The doubt that you're a good friend. The doubt that you're a suitable person to go to this uni and study so young. It's the doubt of being a good YouTuber, not uploading for a goddamn week for his super tiny fan base. Albeit a fan base, but a very tiny one. But it's the fear of also being a son, a good brother, a good grandson, a good like person in everyone's eyes. And that's exactly what I feel like's been driving me insane. The thing that's been really bothering me as a person. It's me trying to uphold these values all at the same time. It's me trying to be all of those things simultaneously. It's really stressing me out. So yeah, I'm driving myself crazy. And maybe everyone else is too. I know this video was super disjointed, but I just wanted to get it out anyway. Again, severe apologies for not uploading in so long, but it's really cool because the channel's still growing subs and growing views, and I know this video's not gonna get like 200, yeah, 200 views like it did in the other 3 videos before this, but the last 3 videos have done super well, and it makes me really proud. The last few videos have gotten me some really good subs lately, so thank you for that. Road to 150, I guess. I do have some really fun videos in the back burner. Snowboard stories, skateboard stories, times I almost died. That one time I passed out for a long time due to formaldehyde, dissecting a squid in zoology class back like 3 years ago. But honestly, I feel like it's obvious. I feel like I've already put myself in a moderately better headspace, which kind of blows my mind. And just this crappy 10-minute long vent video on the Sammy Whammy YouTube channel, the worst channel on the internet, unironic. But for me to make those fun videos that are really exciting, I know I can make them fun, it's just, I still kind of lack the confidence nonetheless, even though I do feel a little better from talking about my life for 10 minutes and expecting everyone to care. God damn, I sound like such a whiny bitch, but yeah, when the time comes I will release those videos, and yeah, this might be the shortest video in Sammy Whammy history by just a few seconds. Actually, no. So far, this is going to be the 3rd shortest because the shortest are 11:30 and 11:32, and it's 11:35 right now. Anyway, I need to stop whining, talking numbers, being weird. I feel so exhausted and lazy, and I have to study after this, and I'm going to do that while I upload this. Anyway, I need to shut the fuck up. That's this video. Apologies for the very lame video and lame gameplay. I've just been demotivated, just like I said in the video. But yeah, this has been Sammy Whammy. Peace.